The movie kicks off with Vedaa sprinting down the train tracks, and the only thing on her mind is escaping whatever she's running from. Obviously, you guys have zero clue what's going on right now, so let me spill the tea from the beginning. Vedaa lives in this basic village. She gets dripped out, checks herself in the mirror, and fam, that look alone is a whole vibe. Anyway, she hops on her scooter and heads to college, but once she's inside, Suyog pulls up and starts harassing her with his squad. This dude has lacked onto her and won't let go, and it's not just her. Literally any pretty girl he sees, he decides he owns her. No one dares to be like, yo, that's wrong, and nobody can tell him that's cringe because his brother is literally the village boss. Anyway, she ignores the haters and goes inside. Her brother's girlfriend tells her, pass this Valentine's Day gift to your brother for me. She grabs it, stashes it in her bag, leaves her, and keeps it moving. Then she hears the college announcer go, finally, after waiting forever, the boxing gym is open. Anyone who wants to train, pull up to the gym and apply with Coach Sunai Rashi. Her friend turns to her like, I feel like you low-key want to join and train with them, right? She replies, I wish. At least I'd be able to defend myself. If I got the chance and got in, nobody would dare mess with me again. Vedaa finishes up and heads home yelling, yo, brother, where you at? He answers, come here. She goes to him and he's like, what took you so long? Did Barty send the V-Day gift with you? She tells him, yeah, here it is. Bro, you need to get a job. It's not a good look for the girl to send you gifts every time and you never return the energy. He's like, OMG, an iPhone. Rashi comes out and tells him, an iPhone, bro? This girl is rich and high class and we are basically underground tier. Do you think if you propose to her, they'd just say no and that's it? Nah, her dad would absolutely delete you and us. He tells her, shut up. As long as I'm breathing, nobody in this world is gonna dare hurt you guys. Come give me a hug. In the evening, they hit up a wedding for one of their friends, and that son of a Suyog takes his loser squad, crashes the party, and completely ruins the vibe. One of them had one job, just filming, recording everything going down. He grabs the groom's dad and says, how did your son bag a rich girl like this? The man replies, what's the issue? Her whole family approved. So he curses him out and says, but we don't approve, breaks his bones and orders his buddy, cut the camera. Vedaa is sitting there and Rashi whispers to her, no cap, are the laws of the symbol we worship really this strict? Vedaa replies, we are the only village ruled outside the constitution, and to escape the oppression of these dogs, we need a humiliating beast to get us out of here so we can go to the city and talk about our rights in court. And who else but the lion? The hero who's gonna do the most for her? Kano, an officer in the Indian army, meets this terrorist and tells him, I'm Dr. Rao. The terrorist asks him, are you the guy they sent from Murshidabad? He answers, exactly. Bedqua and his goons frisk him and the assistant commander says, Kano is in, sir. The commander orders him, have the sniper keep eyes on him. And for real, the sniper is close and locked in. Kano goes inside and the commander tells the sniper to turn on the cam. Kano starts checking the kid. The mom tells him, his fever has been high since yesterday, doc. He tells her, don't stress, I'm checking him, while he's hyper-focused on the mission. Elias, the kid's dad, walks in and the sniper goes, sir, let me take him out. The commander replies, don't you dare scratch him. He has key intel. We need him alive. Kano keeps doing his thing and tells them, I'll treat the kid, but he needs a hospital ASAP. I'm calling an ambulance. The mom agrees like, bet, but do it fast. Kano pulls out his phone and the tattoo on his hand shows, and obviously no Muslim is rocking a hand tattoo. Weapons get pointed at his face from every angle, so he asks, why are you doing this? And orders the sniper to light him up. The sniper starts blasting and the battle kicks off. He starts beating them senseless left and right, sparing nobody. Skinny or fat, they all get it. He humiliates everyone, grabs Elias and absolutely wrecks him. The wife grabs a rifle and starts shooting at both of them. You daughter of a... Sorry for the language, chat. Worry about your husband who is in the hands of a guy showing zero mercy. And the sniper is watching Kano 6, dropping anyone who sneaks up from behind. As for Kano, he drags Elias into the kitchen and literally cooks him, and his men rush in, but nobody can handle this dude. He aims at them left and right like they're chickens and finishes them off. He goes back to Elias, and all this is happening while his commander watches. Kano goes downstairs, finds a bunch of armed dudes, lifts a bed to block their bullets, comes out with his piece and sprays them. He chases Elias too. And do you think Elias is gonna escape? I swear, ain't no way that's happened. Kano grinds him into dust, and his commander yells over the radio, listen to me, Kano. I know you have beef with Elias, but we need him alive at any cost for intel. Don't let your grudge cost you your job. If you kill him, you're disobeying orders. He hangs up on him, and the commander knows he's about to delete Elias. Kano lifts his face and shows him the video where he killed his wife, and obviously you won't see how he killed her for your own safety, fam." And just like that, he ends him. He goes back to his country, and naturally he gets court-martialed for ignoring orders. He takes his bike and heads home, reminiscing about the past, the days when his wife was his comfort. He gets home, and his father-in-law doesn't see him but knows he's there from the sound of the bike parked outside. He goes up to him and finds him holding a pic of himself and his wife. So he asks, "What are you doing here?" He answers, "I made a promise, and I kept it." The man is shook, leaves him, and walks away. Next day, they go for a morning run, and the father-in-law says, "You gotta find a job. Leave it to me. I'll set something up." Suddenly, Kano stops and looks, seeing these dogs eating out of a bag thrown on the beach. He walks up and finds it full of ketchup, bro. He hands it to the cops, and the dad of the girl they found in the bag shows up and tells the officer, "God, I hope that's my daughter you found, sir." They ask, "Who's your daughter?" He says, "The bride who went missing on her wedding day." The bride's brother says, "She wasn't lost. Suyog is the one who kidnapped her." His uncle scolds him. "Listen, the guy we're going to see isn't just our village leader, he leads 150 villages. So stand there and speak with respect or don't speak at all. Let me handle him." They enter the palace, and Pratap, the big boss, goes to the officer and says, "Look, I'm with the police, and whoever killed this girl, you need to drag him from underground and he needs to face the law. Even if it was my own brother, he gets punished like any criminal." He goes to Kano's uncle and says, "What do you need?" The uncle says, "This is my nephew and my daughter's husband, former Olympic medalist. I want you to find him a gig at the boxing gym you just opened at the college." The leader asks, "Wait, does he actually know boxing?" His brother mocks him, "Boxing what? He's just buff for no reason. If I got my hands on him, I'd mince him for you." This woman offers him sweets and he tells her, "Nah, auntie, I don't do sweets." Pratap is shocked and tells him, "Be flexible. The symbol we worship says." Kano cuts him off, "I don't believe in your religion anyway." He shocks him again, so he tells his uncle, "Great, consider him hired starting today." And for real, he goes to the college and the gym gear arrives. Vedaa is waiting impatiently for the bell, and the second it rings, she sprints there. She's hyper-focused on everything, and Kano is focused on her. She's first in line, but every time a dude shows up, he cuts in front of her by force. Sunil tells him, "Sup guys, I'm Sunil the manager, and your coach is Captain Kano. But today is just sign-ups." Suyog and his thug squad pull up, so Sunil goes, "The little boss is here. Get him a chair, Kano." He brings the chair and Sunil wipes it down with a tissue, saying, "Sorry, the chair's a bit dry." Sunil grabs the notebook taking names. Everyone says theirs, and when it's Veda's turn, she says, "Write Vedaa." Suyog walks up to her and mocks, "You want to learn boxing?" She says, "Excuse me?" Sunil says, "I can kick her out if you want." Suyog replies, "Shut your mouth. As long as she wants to train, let her. Grab the bucket and mop the floor." She goes to get the bucket, so Sunil whispers to Suyog, "I wanted her to do anything except clean." Suyog replies, "Relax. Very soon she'll join the many girls before her, either in a bag or buried right here in the gym." "Why are you scared, Sunil?" "I'm just playing." Kano gets triggered, slams this cover on the ground, dust goes everywhere, and he tells them, "Oops, dropped it by mistake." Everyone leaves, and the next morning Kano opens the gym and finds her sitting there waiting, and as soon as he opens, she sprints inside. An hour later, everyone else shows up. Sunil tells her, "Why are you embarrassing yourself, girl? Go home and wait to marry some guy who looks like you. Slightly better status doesn't matter, but here you'll just get roasted by the guys. Leave." Vedaa walks away, and Sunil tells the dudes, "First 5 punches you gotta learn in boxing. Let's try them." Suyog steps up and says, "Come on, take the stance." First is the straight, jab. Second is the hook. Third is the uppercut. And Vedaa is listening from outside. Sunil spots her. "You still here, girl?" She tells him, "I learned the 5 punches. Straight, hook, uppercut, backhand, and body shots." Kano laughs and Suyog is fuming. Sunil tells Suyog, "Leave her to me, boss. Don't stress. Go home, girl." Plus, the membership is mad expensive here. She leaves, and in the evening, her brother's talking to his GF on the phone, and suddenly his dad walks in. "What are you doing? Show me that phone you're hiding." He grabs it, checks it, and goes, "An iPhone? Where'd you get this, you dog? Where are you trying to drag us? Get out of my house." His mom pleads, "Please, honey, calm down. What happened?" He tells her, "Your dumb son is in love with Khandu's daughter. And by the way, Khandu is richer than us with just the change in his pocket." His son says, "Dad, what's the problem?" Dad replies, "Shut up, you dog. They'll chop you up and throw you in the sea like the ones before you, you donkey." His dad hugs him and says, "Forget her, son. You know the village laws." They calm him down, have dinner, and Vedaa says to her dad, "Here, take this. You'll love it." He says, "Get to the point. What do you want?" She says, "I wanted a 1-year membership at the new school boxing gym, plus clothes and gear. It'll only cost 20K. He says, "Only 20K? Okay, all I got right now is 12K. She says, "No stress, we buy what we can and pay the rest later." He says, consider it done, sweetheart. He gives her the cash, totally happy. Next day, she heads out with the money to college, and at the same time, the descendant of snakes, Suyog, and his boys pull up and start harassing her. They crash into her bike and knock it over. Suyog tells them, is that how you do it, boys? Sorry, accident, honey. Take off that helmet, breathe a little, and ditch the hijab, it's bothering you. And his buddy, that son of a gun, keeps filming. Suyog says, you still want to learn boxing? I'll teach you right now. He faints, scares her, then throws a punch like he's fighting a dude. He breaks her bones and tells her, know your worth and your place, or next time I'll bury you right here. He rips up her money, takes her bag and everything she has, and leaves her to walk. Who does she go to? To the scary beast Kano, bro. He sits her down, gets her water and food, patches her up, and obviously she spills everything that happened. End of the day, the loser Suyog goes to the bar with his crew, dancing and having a wild night. That son of a gun takes a dancer into a room, and Kano ties his bandana and locks the door from the outside. He says, who are you, animal? Open up. Kano kicks the door so hard the guy flies back, screaming like a banshee. His crew runs to help. Poor guys don't know they're facing a humiliating beast. He doesn't fight one or two. This guy handles 70 dudes with his bare hands, no knives. He walks out into the hall, tells a guy, move, idiot, who's next? He's handing out L's left and right, grabs a drunk dude by the neck with both hands. Is that a human neck or dragon's? He slaps him into a concussion and says, move, dummy. 5 or 6 rush him, but who do they think they're rushing? He drags them into a room and gives them a makeover, beats him up. That son of a gun is filming like he's shaking. Everyone rushes to open the door for Suyog so he doesn't get beat. He leaves the place. He asks his crew, who is that demon? His buddy says, I got it all on camera. He gives the video to his brother, and his brother shows the police chief. Don't you know who this is? The chief says, how would I know? Guy's covering his face and moves like a pro. He says, good or stupid, find this guy even if he's underground. Meanwhile, Vedaa is all broken up, and her sister Rashi says, I didn't know training meant breaking bones like this. She says, it's so I get used to it. Tomorrow you'll see your sister as a beast. Next morning, mom goes to buy milk and finds the milk and Veda's bag at the door. Vedaa runs to Kano. Was that you yesterday? You were a lion. Teach me to be like you. He says, put this on. She takes it and falls over. He says, you need 2 weeks just to learn how to move right. She says, I'm with you for life, boss. Just teach me. All right, get ready. And for real, bro, he starts training her like crazy. And every day after work, she goes to him, they lock up, and he trains her solo. Someone might ask, isn't that sus? Mind your business, bro. If the devil interfered, Kano the liar would beat him up too. Anyway, the day comes when Pratap, the village chief, hosts a tournament, and Vedaa is dying to join. Kano grabs her hand and tells Pratap, I need a favor. He says, shoot. He tells her, ask, Vedaa. She stammers, I wanted. He says, spit it out. She says, I wanted to enter the tournament. He says, that's it. Say less, my lady. Anything else? Kano says, thanks. And she gears up and trains in front of everyone right in Suyog's face. They throw a party for the tourney, everyone's dancing. Veda's brother takes his GF aside and suddenly Suyog catches them. Obviously, he tells his brother, and his brother brings them kneeling. Not just the couple, bro, the boy and his whole fam. His uncle makes the girl slap Sunil, a solid slap, and says, what is this school? We should turn it into a nightclub. The boy says, sir, I don't even go to this school. Suyog says, his sister does. She definitely let him in. The leader asks, where's management? How many years have you lived here? He answers, many years. He says, I'm not asking many or few, give me a number. He says, since birth, 55 years. He says, lovely. Don't you know our customs? Didn't you know we'd chop you up? Suyog adds, and we definitely will. Pratap tells them nobody touch him, grabs the mic, I'm Pratap Singh, your chief, you picked me, and just like my dad and granddads ruled by the symbol, I'm doing the same. We don't care about the country's laws, that's not us. And you, son, messed up and gotta pay. You fell for a girl way richer than you, so go over to her. He goes over to her, and he tells him, get down at her feet and rub your nose in the dirt. He, his brother, mom, and dad all get down, and Kano is standing there watching their dignity get absolutely deleted. That night, Vedaa can't sleep from overthinking, and Kano is taking out his rage in the gym. Vedaa still can't sleep. Rashi tells her, girl, sleep, and kills the light. Vedaa turns it back on. I need to know, why is there a law in this country? Here in the village, we have different rules. Everything is banned. Classes, can't marry who we want, can't love, can't go out. It's just oppression. We're supposed to be free. Do what we want, love, marry, whatever. The ruler shouldn't interfere, and there should only be one ruler, the president. Her sister says, we aren't strong enough to fight them. Go to sleep. She sleeps. Next day, the officer raids them. Where's your son, you cursed woman? She says, I swear I don't know. They beat the dad. Where is he? Tear the house apart, boys. They toss the house and find a note. "Sorry, Dad, I'm taking Artie and running." He tells his men, "Bring them all." They lock them up. Pratap shows up. "So your son wants to marry this girl." Dad says he definitely will. He says, "Fine, I'll marry them myself. Just call him and get him back here. You, Vedaa, call your brother." She says, "Phone's off." He says, "Email, WhatsApp, whatever, just reach him. Text him, say if he agrees to marry, I'll pardon them and they can live here. If he refuses, I'll hunt them down. On condition, he promises never to divorce, cheat, or wrong her." Dad says, "Don't worry, he loves her." Pratap leaves, and the dad hugs his fam. "Don't be scared. I know where he is. I helped him escape." He brings them back. They get married that evening. Pratap shows up. "Congrats, everyone. Done. I'm happy for you. Brought a gift. Go ahead. Slaughter them both." And for real, bro, one guy ends the bride, and the cursed one and his brother end the groom. They run from the scene, and Suyog takes his crew and chases them. The girls knock on doors, but nobody lets them in. They hide in this spot. The goons keep searching and spot them. Rashi says, "Run, sis," and distracts them. "Run, Vedaa, run, don't look back." The girl falls in the water. Vedaa escapes. Suyog calls his brother. "We got one, but Vedaa got away." He says, "Flip the world upside down. Don't come back till she's done." Vedaa runs to the train tracks. Remember that, bro? The train. That's the loop. Anyway, who does she go to? To the humiliating beast, the only one who opens his door. She says, "My brother, his bride, my sister, the leader, the marriage." He grabs his bike keys, puts her on the back. She says, "Are you one of them? Please let me go." He drives her straight to Pratap's palace, asks for a chair, sits down right in front of him. He says, "I just want to know one thing. Why'd you kill the brother and his bride?" He says, "Because they broke the village laws. Even if my own kids did it, I'd kill them." He says, "Who are you? You're a village council head. Who gave you the right to judge? That's for judges. Not even the president can interfere." He replies, "We're different. Country laws don't apply. I rule by religion and the symbol. Like classes here matter. Rich can't marry poor. If they do, both die. I got 300 acres, rent 200, farm 100. A beggar like you works for me and questions me. Is that justice? You think you're a man bringing the girl here? Should have defended your wife, huh? Terrorists killed her and you couldn't save her. Don't think I hired you without knowing your history. I know everything since you were born. Men, take the girl and finish her." One guy reaches out and somehow Kano has him under his feet. Pratap says, "Stop. Nobody touch him. Only thing I didn't expect is you beating my brother in the club. But why bring the girl to me? I came to talk nicely so you leave the village alone or follow the law, but you're a barbarian, so I'm taking Vedaa to court myself to expose you. Aren't you scared of dying? Everyone fears death, but with me, a battle turns into a war of lies with no end. I'll give you a choice, peace or war." He steps back, 1, 2, 10 steps, and tells him, "Run." He says, "What?" "If you get her to court, I'll call you a lion and clap for you. If you don't hear the clapping, it's because you'll be dead." He says, "Bet." He takes her and leaves. Sunil asks, "What you gonna do?" He says, "Taking Vedaa to court to stop the injustice." He says, "Godspeed." He takes an ambulance. Pratap calls the corrupt officer. The dog Kano is in an ambulance. Get him before he hits the main road. The officer sends everyone. They ram the ambulance, smashing mirrors. Kano reverses, smashes the cop car. Officer grabs onto his car, drags along. Kano drives into wood and scrapes him off. Hits the desert road. They keep ramming him. He's driving, so he can't fight back, bro. He asks Vedaa, "Can you drive?" She says, "Kinda." He says, "Take the wheel." She hops in. He goes to the back, smashes him, lights a Molotov with Indian salsa, and wrecks their cars. He's grinding them. Nobody can handle him. But Suyog pulls up in his massive car, rams him. Kano jumps on his car, punches a biker, and OMG, the bike drives itself while Kano rides it. Even bikes lie in India. Anyway, Suyog goes to kill Vedaa. You think that's happening, fam? No shot. The merciless one comes from the other side, rips the steering wheel off with his bare hands, and I believe it. OMG. The car flips. Kano walks away. Suyog is raging. They take her to hospital. His brother cries. Goes to the officer. "Why didn't you bring everyone?" He says, "I did, but the guy's a beast." He says, "Why no backup?" He says, "From who? We're in the wrong. They're citizens demanding rights." He said he had to be killed before he reached the courtroom. His uncle warned, if he gets there, we're in deep trouble. Do whatever it takes. Pratap tells the officer, "Bring the thugs, bring everyone, find them even if they're underground." They leave. Vedaa tells Kano, "My uncle is close, let's rest there." They go, she knocks, uncle opens the tap and sees a gun pointed at him. She says, "Uncle." He says, "Vedaa, isn't it your brother's wedding?" She says, "They killed everyone." Kano says, sorry, tell him to lower the gun. He takes him in, she explains, he says, don't worry, I'll go to court with you. I know an officer who'll get the judge to listen. He goes out, Kano freezes. She asks, what? He says, shh, and bullets rain down like rice, smashing the house. Her uncle brought the corrupt officer. Officer thinks they're dead, doesn't know Kano is immortal. Kano aims at him, officer gets smart, flanks him, takes his gun. Tell your men to stand down. He says, weapons down. Vedaa asks, you sold me, uncle? For 20K? He says, never, my life for yours. Kano asks, who else knows? No answer, Kano shoots his foot, fast. Officer stays quiet, Kano hears on the radio, we're almost there, boss. Suddenly, the cursed one attacks. Attacks who? Take that! Kano's son of the dragon goes to work, beats everyone. Vedaa gets in the cop car, move boy. He moves, she jumps out, ghost rides the car into them and blows it up. Pratap's uncle brings an army, they run, goons chase. They hide, Kano says, hide here, meet at the car in the morning. She says, bet. He leaves, pulls a knife, and starts picking them off one by one. Vedaa runs, Pratap's uncle catches her, steps on her, cocks his gun. Beast mode, hits his shoulder, throws him down. His men shoot, he grabs Vedaa and bails. She falls, goons pin Kano down. You think he cares? Say it with me. Ain't happening. He enters beast mode, finishes them, grabs the knife, goes for the next bat. Goes for Pratap's uncle, almost ends him, but the officer snipes him. Misses. Kano runs to Vedaa. Officer shoots her in the foot. They escape through a wedding crowd. Suyog arrives. Women cross here. Search them all. Men walk through. Suyog says, just find that girl. They search. Vedaa cuts her hair, passes as a dude. They escape and wait. Her dad arrives. My daughter, look at you. She hugs him. Bride's dad gives Kano the train schedule. Dad asks, what's the plan? She says, going to court for our freedom. He says, alone? Nobody will listen. She says, they will. He says, if they don't, I got a friend in the city. Go to him. She says, okay. He says, take this razor, you'll need it. She says, done, Kano. Anyone comes close, I'll cut them. It's from my dad. Kano senses movement, checks, gets knocked out, wakes up tied up. Who is it? Suyog and his losers. He tells Vedaa, wait, I sent the location to my bro, come watch. Vedaa, you look cute, even with short hair. Kano is fuming. Goons beat him. Suyog taunts Vedaa. Sad about your siblings? Your bro messed up. But your sister? I told her don't jump in the water. Look at my chivalry. I fished her out. She begged for mercy. I said, okay, mercy from this world. Dipped her in gasoline after I, then lit a cigarette and set her on fire. Now it's your turn. Vedaa headbutts him. He kicks her. She brings her hands front, spits the razor, and slices him up. Censored for your safety, bro. Kano cuts his ropes right before a box drops on him, escapes last second. He rages, where are they? Goes ham. God helps him knead them like dough. Grabs the cameraman. I was just filming. Then film this. Vedaa says, I'll do something you never imagined. You wanted to teach me boxing? You failed. I'm smarter. This is 1, 2, and take 3. Kano says, let's go. Pratap arrives, calls Suyog. No answer, because Kano tied them up and rigged the place with bombs. Tied a candle to a rope connected to the door. If anyone opens it, lamp hits bombs, boom, and it happens. Goon opens door, boom, bye-bye. Kano takes Vedaa and Dad to the city. Pratap and Uncle are sad about Suyog. Uncle asks, now what? He says, no choice. Kill them before they enter court. Next morning, Kano hits court. Pratap follows, shooting everyone. Kano escapes. They enter a room. Where's the judge? Back at the court. Kano goes out. Go, Vedaa. I'll hold them. Takes a bullet to the shoulder. Falls. India doesn't lie when we want it to. Anyway, Vedaa runs to the judge. Uncle throws a grenade at Kano. He pushes it away. It explodes. Hurts him a bit. They rush him. Big guy cocks his gun. You think he hits? Nope. Kano wakes up. Sprays everyone. Whoever runs, runs. Pratap attacks. Kano pins him. Blinds him with sand. Attacks him, but attacks who? This is Kano the lion. He roasts him. Uncle goes to shoot Vedaa. Kano is working on Pratap. Breaks his bones. Shoots his side. Uncle about to shoot Vedaa. Kano drops him with one hit. Dead. Vedaa runs to hug him. He says, go to the judge. Don't look at me. Ignore me. She says, hospital later. He says, we didn't do this for hospitals. This is the moment. Go inside. Don't look back. He closes the door. She starts telling her story. Pratap starts beating Kano with his gun. Vedaa begs judges, I kiss your hands. Listen. Nobody listens. She says, I was wrong, stupid, trusted the law, did the impossible to get here, and nobody cares. We live in oppression. If you don't help, nobody will. Thanks for nothing. Pratap is about to enter. Kano grabs his leg. Pratap beats him. Playing hero, your end is empty. Die. Still holding on, Vedaa turns to leave. Lady Judge says, wait, we'll listen. Kano hears it, lets Pratap go, stands up, war's over, the girl inside is the hero. She won, you guys are trash. He rages, raises his gun, click, no bullets. Kano turns the gun on him, puts it under his neck, holding the pin, bro, releases the pin, finishes him, rests on the ground. Vedaa comes out running, Too late, bro. She cries. Months later, court changes the system in Veda's state, people finally live free. And that's the end of the movie. Finally, don't forget to share the video with your homies, bro. Catch you in the next video.